What's up, YouTube? Today, what's up? Back at it here with another one. We're gonna keep going on. I'm gonna give y'all some updates about what's going on with the Tate brothers. Let's see this right here. This happened 22 hours ago. So let's see what's going on. And I just want to thank you all for the support. I truly appreciate it on this journey on YouTube. Every day I see new views, new views. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Of Andrew and Tristan Tate, the prominent influencers in the so-called manosphere, were arrested by federal marshals in Miami. CBS's Christian Benavidez is there with details on the new charges. Christian.
Good evening, Jerika. The Tate brothers were taken into custody as they were heading to a boxing event that one of them was set to co-host here in Miami. They've indicated that they're likely going to fight those extradition charges back to the United Kingdom.
U.S. Marshals arrested notorious.
Y'all notice that? Y'all saw how he backed up? Tate really didn't want to go to jail. All that shit you was talking about, the Prime Minister in the UK, now you backing up. Come on, man.
Social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate in Miami on Saturday, stemming from recent
Hey, hold on. Why the hell does Tristan got a goddamn hat on his head? Who the hell he think he is? A Mac Daddy pimp from the 70s?
developments in the UK. Authorities there, who already had a case against the duo, say four more alleged victims of the brothers came forward with accusations of rape, sex trafficking, assault, child and extreme pornography.
Bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017.
The men are part of the so-called manosphere, boasting millions of followers and selling online courses on masculinity. In 2022, the Tate brothers were arrested in Romania on rape, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation charges. The case did not go to trial but remains open. Last year, the brothers left Romania for Florida, and state officials announced a probe into their activity. The Tate brothers deny all allegations. Their attorney tells CBS News the world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent.
We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever. The Tate brothers are set to face a judge as early as tomorrow. Legal experts have said that this will likely be a lengthy legal battle over extradition.
Christian Benavidez in Miami. Thank you.
Yeah, I know them boys. They fighting the extradition. They don't want to go back to Britain because they know what's up. They feel like they probably may never come back to the United States.
Our Patrick Reeve in London has been all over this story since the brothers started making legal headlines. Patrick, thanks so much for joining us, man. You have been covering these brothers from the jump. I feel like you knew them before mass media was even covering what was going on with the Tate brothers. Just remind our audience who they are, kind of how we got to this point.
Yes, and Andrew Tate has often been called the king of toxic masculinity. He and his brother Tristan are kind of the archetypal manosphere influencers. They became famous for viral clips talking about how to dominate women, attacking feminism, saying things. Famous for viral clips talking about how to dominate manosphere influencers. They became famous for viral clips talking about how to dominate women, attacking feminism, saying things like a man should own a woman in a relationship. And they've also claimed to teach young men how to get rich. Now, it's also important in the context of all these legal cases to know that for years the Tates ran erotic webcam studios, both in the UK.
Yeah, them webcams, how he was talking about in Romania. There's a lot of sketchy ass shit that goes on with the Tates. It's not cut and dry. I just want to know y'all opinion. Like, y'all believe their business is 100% legit, or you think it's kind of murky? It's in some murky ass water.
And in Romania, and during that they've been accused of recruiting women and then mistreating them while working for them. And so they faced years of accusations as well as criminal investigations in the UK as well as Romania over alleged abuse of women, charges that they have always denied, Ashen.
Yeah, I remember that when they was in Romania for, I think it was like almost a year and a half, 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I honestly feel they go back to jail this time. They will never come back. You only will see them live streaming if they got a chance to in a jail cell.
Yeah, Patrick, how does this actually work? Like, how are U.S. Marshals able to arrest the Tate brothers on the kind of UK charges, which they are denying, like you mentioned? And what is it that they're actually accused of this time?
So the UK police 2 years ago issued an arrest warrant for the Tates on charges including rape and human trafficking, very similar charges to ones they faced in Romania, but involving different women. Now, yesterday, U.S. Marshals arrested the Tates in Miami on those charges, as well as dozens of new ones, also relating to the same case, and involving at least 7 women, according to UK police, and it relates to a period between 2010 and 2017. Now, in the UK, there is also a civil case against the brothers by 4 other women who have similar accusations against the Tates, also from that period. I spoke to some of those women. They have made accusations, for example, that Andrew Tate strangled them unconscious during sex against their will. Now, prosecutors in the UK at the time said there was insufficient evidence to go to trial, but those 4 women have campaigned to police to investigate.
Let's be real, like, if that happened, it was insufficient evidence, and now they going back to say there's enough evidence. I truly believe that Andrew Tate pissed off the wrong people in the British government. You was talking shit about the Prime Minister. You think you so untouchable because you got Daddy Trump. You riding his dick, but Trump not gonna protect you. I'm telling you, Trump gonna make up a speech, explain the reason why. Your ass probably just gotta go and just sit down after all this internet wave goes down. Maybe 30 years from now, you might be able to get out. But if this sticks, you're totally screwed, and your whole reputation is messed up.
Further, as I say, the Tates have always denied all these charges, Ashton.
Yeah, Patrick, if they are successfully extradited back to the United Kingdom, what happens next for the 2 brothers?
So, obviously, if they are extradited, they will face these very serious charges, and almost certainly this time it will go to trial. Now, the Tates have been basically avoiding the UK after this similar case in Romania effectively stopped. I think one thing important to note as well is that there are questions about the Trump administration's possible role in lobbying on behalf of the Tates with the Romanian government when they were facing that criminal case, and after they were able to leave Romania. Trump's sons are, publicly they've said they're big fans, and a number of other Trump figures have expressed support previously for them. Now the question is, will we see the brothers extradited? They're in court today. It could take days, it could take weeks, but obviously something to follow.
And no matter where the story goes, Patrick, we know you'll be on top of it. Thank you so much for your reporting on this.
Yeah, that's pretty much I've seen. Wait, let's look at this from the hometown news station.
Controversial social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate appeared in a Miami federal courtroom for the first time since their arrests on Saturday.
The brothers are facing nearly 60 criminal charges in the United Kingdom, including allegations of rape, human trafficking, assault, and other sex-related offenses.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jackie Nespro.
And I'm Juwan Strader. Good evening to you. NBC6 reporter Christian Colon was inside the courtroom as the brothers stood before a federal judge. He joins us live with what happened in court. Christian.
Yeah, that's right. The brothers were present. They were in custody. They appeared very calm and serious. For the most part,
It was actually at the Willie D. Ferguson building. I actually went there. I was part of the 5,000 role models, and we had a field trip there to meet a federal probation bondsman, and we actually got a chance to meet with U.S. Marshals. We saw all their equipment, and we got a chance to actually to eat lunch with the judge and talk about his experience in working as a lawyer, then a eventual federal judge. Pretty cool, nice inside. I'm not gonna lie.
Remained silent, but they did acknowledge they understood these new charges against them.
Wearing tan jumpsuits and surrounded by their attorneys, social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate stood before a federal judge in Miami for the first time since their arrest.
Their initial reaction was, what's going on? We've been in the United States, hanging out on multiple trips for a very long time. We haven't been accused of anything of substance here.
Known for being associated with the so-called manosphere, the brothers rose to international fame, building a massive presence online, promoting luxury lifestyles, male dominance, and often controversial views.
You can love them, you can hate them, but nobody should go to jail for free speech.
Now a federal judge will need to decide if the U.S. can hand over.
Bruh, their lawyer looks so unprofessional. I'm not gonna lie. They look like they got his ass out the freaking gym and just told him to wear this tight ass suit. Who he?
For the brothers to British officials, where the duo now face 59 criminal charges.
Charges relate to 7 victims, spanning a period from 2010 to 2017.
British prosecutors accused the Tate brothers of rape, assault, human trafficking, and offenses related to indecent images of a child. However, the brothers have denied all wrongdoing. Their attorneys argue the case is politically motivated and say they will fight the extradition request.
The man that I voted for office, who's currently in office, had millions of charges slandered against him all over.
I hate when people just keep trying to compare themselves to Trump. Y'all not Donald Trump. Stop that shit. Y'all don't got the platform that he had way before becoming president. The connections, the leverage, the different ins and outs that he knows. Can y'all please stop that shit? I don't care if you voted for him or not. You're not Donald J. Never will be.
Place. Some of them he beat, some of them he didn't beat. Most people who understand the process know that that was a load of crap. Most people who see this for what it is know that it is the same exact thing.
Again, as you heard, defense has denied any wrongdoing and say they will fight for the brothers to stay here in the U.S., but for now they will remain in federal custody until this legal extradition process continues. We're live outside the federal courthouse here in Miami. Christian Colon, NBC6 News.
Christian, thanks for that.
All right. The Tates going through their dilemma. Oh, let's look up. I'm looking for like a 5-minute video. 10 hours ago. You know they could be extradited. Let me see. Okay, let's see this. I want to get the. Is this a British? No. I want to get a UK perspective. I wonder how do y'all feel about Sneak? Let's. I want to see that Sneeko and Tate. All right. Let's look at this real quick. Just 5-10 minutes of watching this. Sneeko.
Well, hey, stranger. Welcome home.
Hey, Ma.
So, anyone?
Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested in Miami. Looking back now, top boy, Andrew Tate, did falling and apologizing to the work, you stupid idiot. Well done, you stupid idiot. Now you're arrested. They're gonna extradite you to the UK, apparently.
Bruh. Sneeko really don't like the Jewish community. Him, Andrew Tate, the Fresh Fit podcast, they got some animosity. I remember when they did that Kanye song in Miami Beach. Come on, you in Miami Beach. That's the worst place, especially in Miami, to do that. Of course, all Americans gonna come out against you. Are you stupid? Like, it's just lack of awareness. They just complete dipshits, honestly.
You have all these charges pending, and they added new charges with child rape and all this. Did it really make sense to destroy your reputation by throwing me under the bus and folding, apologizing to the Jews, going on a podcast tour with Mark Shapiro, Aaron Steinberg-Steiny, Bradley Martin, and the other guy, forgot his name, Jack Neal, and saying that it was me, folding? I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Well, now you're in jail. Now you're arrested. Well done. So you destroyed your reputation. You have nothing left. People are going to humiliate you further. And also, it's just the fact that if you betray a law will humiliate you.
So now you're promoting Me Too feminist culture. The fall off is crazy.
See, it's not Me Too feminist culture. It's the fact that they're actually guilty. And I looked through, well, apparently, according to them, I don't know, allegedly they're guilty. Allegedly. At the time, I did believe it. I believed that they were innocent, but you look into it more, and you look into what the lover boy method is, and you look into what that is. They literally said that they were recruiting women to them out. They had a course talking about how you could become a word for word. They just spell out exactly what the lover boy method is. They say, this is how you do it. If you want a girl to fall in love with you so that you could traffic her, buy my course and I'll teach you how. So first you make her fall in love with you. You have sex with her. Then you program her. Then you take her passport. Then she's in love with you. Then you put her on OnlyFans. It's like, that's what the lover boy method is, word for word. That's what it is, allegedly. I don't know what I'm talking about. Allegedly.
Now, does Sneeko have a certain point, honestly, to tell you the God honest truth? Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna lie. He does have a point. Like, they whole courses, it give creepy vibe, like dudes who haven't had sex in a long time, because not because they can't, because they're not good looking, they're soft, like just the loser type, honestly. I mean, all of us been through that before, but like I'm talking about grown men in their 40s and 50s, like not in their teens and 20s. Like, come on now.
Allegedly. To a T, that's exactly what it is, and they just did it online. And they did it in Europe with white women. Look at that too. You know what's so funny? Is that the Tates started grifting the white supremacists, like the white incels, the skin worshippers. They literally got rich out European white women because they were better for money. They made more money. Do you think they were out Asian girls and black girls? No, they moved to Romania because the crimes they thought that they were going to get away with it. They said, Romania's a third world country. I could be a mob boss. I'm a mafia. I could bribe the police. I'm like the cartel of Romania. That's why they moved there. One. Two. For the women. Because they know white women are the best clientele. So they make the best prostitutes for Indians. So these are two half black men. Two black men move to East.
Man, they ain't black. Stop that, Sneeko. I think last time I checked, their dad is half black and their mom is fully white. I mean, one drop rule, yeah, technically, but they're not black. They wasn't culturally raised as black. They just use that as like an interesting story to give them the N-word pass, honestly. No.
Eastern Europe, predominantly white country, to pick out white women, destroying the birth rate, and then now the skin worshippers are like, yeah, he's one of me. Yeah. You fall for anything. Like, you guys, well, all you have to say is a couple things about deporting, and then immediately you could just, retweet Tommy Robinson, you're good. Not only that, it's just saying Me Too feminist movement. The Me Too movement, what was that, 2016? A lot of that was completely blown out of proportion. The reason that a lot of people, and even me at the time, thought that this was a Matrix attack was because of that. All right, people get false allegations all the time. It's not like somebody was just trying to extort them because they were famous. A lot of these charges, they got far before they had any sort of fame. Tate was on this show called, this reality show that anybody can remember. And Big Brother.
Did you genuinely think he was innocent a couple years back? Go about a child cases now?
I did actually think he was innocent. Yeah, I did. I did believe it back then. I did believe in that whole thing. I thought that they were getting unfairly treated and that it was highlighted to destroy their influence. I did. And then you look into it more. But he was kicked off of the show called Big Brother, allegedly, because he had a charge. He had a rape charge. This is far before anybody knew who he was. Most of these charges are coming in from, like, they say, these are all 15 years old. So if they were doing it for the influence, then how did they have all of these cases? How did they have all these charges from way before they had any sort of influence at all?
It is kind of true. All these came before they actually got famous. They got famous like, I'll say 2021, around there, 2020, 2021. Yeah, this is not looking good for the Tates.
It's not like they racked it up after they were famous to try to get them. This was during the time where they self-admittedly moved to Romania to be pimps, trying to make girls fall in love with them so that they could traffic them. Word for word, allegedly. Trafficking is selling. So they were selling women online. They were literally saying they were pimps.
That is true. All that webcam situation, they were so open with it. Like they were untouchable. Like they could do whatever they want. They top G and all that bullshit. Honestly, they reap what they sow. Honestly, if they did it, I hope they didn't do it. I hope all this is fake. But if it's real, I hope they reap what they sow. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna come back with another video in a few hours. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and have a great one.